Tonight, I'm going to build this Lego with the Angry Birds movie set, the Bird Island 8 Heist. So this was the runner-ups on a poll that I did a few days ago, and I kind of replied to one of the comments. I'm going to build this after the winner. So I'm going to open this up. So the theme was pretty unpopular in New Zealand, but I thought there were some cool elements and some good minifigures. So I pretty much bought the set that I want when it first released, and the back kind of stuck inside. Hopefully, it doesn't damage the thing. I wonder why this happened. Hmm. There's something inside that wants it to. What's this? Okay, managed to get it out. So yeah, when was this released? I can't recall. But anyway, um, just due to the interesting factors that I got a few of the set from the Angry Birds stream, and yeah, and well, it doesn't have the QR code, so it's definitely before 2018. So hopefully the stickers are still good. It's always quite worrying, but yeah, let's see how it goes. It's still I still got maybe two sets from this stream. I haven't interesting. I haven't watched the movies. We'll see if it's on Netflix again. Then I'll try to watch it. But I just put this aside and start building it. So we're gonna build the bike first. And well, the minifigure is quite interesting. It's quite irregular. To be honest, when it first announced, I kind of surprised that they actually released something like this. The movie was okay, popular, I think, but this definitely was on clearance and things, so I kind of bought it quite early, so I only managed to get a 10% off. But anyway, nowadays, some of the sealed ones, it's not like crazy expensive like some of the more popular ones, but it's still not cheap to get these now because it's quite short-lived. So it's not like um, they're like been there for a long time, so and it's hard to get now, right? So it's pretty cool. So the mini figure for Angry Bird, what's that? It's red. I actually built one of the smaller set before with the yellow bird. So of course you can't remove the arms, but it's a pretty cool minifigures. I have some ideas on what to do with the minifigures, and here's another pig. What's that? The biker pig. And you don't need to construct the minifigures. So we've got like, hey, I need to build two of this. What egg tray is it? Okay, that's just lots of eggs. So typically you only get the Lego eggs in uh, not that many sets, but in this one you get a lot, obviously, because it's Angry Birds, right? The pig supposed to steal the eggs, so that's of course there are many eggs. So if you need a lot of Lego eggs, you need to buy something from Angry. I believe one of the hot dog buns is introduced from one of the Angry Birds set. That's what I believe, and that's what drove me to buy a couple of the sets. So I didn't buy the castle. I've got the pirate ships. The other smaller set, what was that anyway? And with this one, and also the one that with the zip line. So those are the two sets that I bought, and I only built one of this, and now I just opened this. Um, so yeah, I think going forward, it's more likely that I'm gonna open stuff from my, well, you can say the backlog, or trying to take out some of the older sets that I have. So because I never deconstruct a set full, only one set that's a Lego movie mech. That one I did use the brick separator to decompose, well, not decompose, deconstruct um, every single piece. And I didn't enjoy that experience, hence I never deconstruct any set completely. But anyway, that's not important. But the thing is, going forward, that's probably a lot more um, video of me trying to get some older set out. And because those are not fully deconstructed, so it's more like getting out of the box, kind of build it and see what's the right word? basically see if I have anything missing, because I'm not going to inspect if trying to find all the missing pieces. It's just put from storage, pull it out, let something there. Except I know some of the boxes that doesn't have the set inside, because I can see from the container that the set's actually in the container directly. So I still have the boxes. The boxes are empty with some other sets. So except for those that I may have to just double check. But yeah. So what are the older set that I have? I don't have any records. So it's more like, hey, going back to mom's place and kind of figured out what I can grab easy, and of course not like bringing everything back as then out, because I just tidy up the room like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to make the room to end up doesn't have any space to walk at all. So that is the intention. I think it will be a little bit more interesting, not necessarily driven by conversation or the set, but um, just kind of like sets that, hey, it's been released, but not many people been doing video on. So that would be not, I guess, the direction going forward, right? Until I ran out of set. But I do have plan to still buy some newer set if I can afford it. But that would, so like you're probably not going to see like big set, like just like last year, lots of big set I have to skip just because of priority, and because I don't want to miss out on some of the big sets. Once it retire, I don't want to pay the premium. So right now, it's either Rivendell or the Ninjago City Market next, unless there's a really really good discount that drive me to buy, let's say, Avengers Towers. That would be the plan. Or for example, the rumors said there may be, well, not maybe, that all the leaks are probably true. So it's that there's a Legend of Zelda set coming in later this year. So that one probably, if it's not like too expensive, then that would be uh, a set that would want to get day one, just because of I have over 1,000 hours of saved data on both Breath of the Wild and well, combine Breath of the Wild and what the Taste of the Kingdom. So yeah, there's some special connection with the theme. So those are the one that, hey, we'll want to get. But otherwise, we'll see how it goes. It's like last week, there's a really good deal on the Pac-Man arcade. I was like, but then there's the Series 26 minifigures and a couple of newer set that I want more than the Pac-Man arcade, so I didn't capitalize on some of the discount. There are quite a few discount happening lately. Like today, there was one shop in New Zealand. They giving you a discount code to get 25% off on some of the set that already 20% off. So it's like getting like what 40%, like basically half price. Um, but I did resist until one of the other online retailer is having some special, and they have the believe it or not, the Despicable Me 4 polybag. So that's not up on any promo or Lego shop. So it's kind of start popping up in some specialized stores. So they have some sets that if you, I think over 80 New Zealand dollars, and you get you can choose the polybags, and the Despicable Me one with the minion is one of the options. So I couldn't resist because I really want that polybag. So end up ordering the Ahsoka sheep. I wanted to get that one just for the minifigures. But yeah, it's gonna be some Star Wars content coming up very soon. I'm not sure when though. So that's what my intention. Did I miss out something? Seems like I missed out a step. No, no, no. Okay, okay. It's actually the other way around. It's like, oh, what the heck? Okay, it's actually look quite interesting. Never built a bike like this before. So the thing is, sometimes you got some weird theme that you might question why the heck, release or sets in certain themes. To be honest, sometimes you get some um, more unconventional type of viewer. For example, this one I bought not just for the minifigure, but um, the house, even this just half a house, is looked pretty nice, to be honest. So that one of the reason. And look, there's a printed element, the pig nose for the light, right? This is something you only get in this screen, so it's always good to get some rare or uncommon printed element. But let's say if I deconstruct it, and what am I going to do about it, right? I don't know. I'm not a expert in building my own creation, but I think once I ran out of all the set to describe that, I might uh, start doing some own creation. Whether I want to create something and then do a video, or just every day kind of spend like 30 minutes to an hour just to figure out what to do and kind of capture the process. I don't know, but if there's any preference or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. And usually I do respond well. Given that the number of comments is not like few thousand, so you know I can always respond to all the comments, right? Imagine if you have like few thousand comment, then there's no way anyone could respond to those on time. So let's just figure it out. To be honest, you don't have to have it in the same direction, but just want to make sure that everything looks right, especially if it's exposed to view, right? Then you really want to have those what? Damn it! Then you really want to have those in the same position so that it doesn't look odd when you can see them. So okay, these are the frustrating parts. Anyway, so it's gonna be like this, okay, and then we have a big wheels. Because I don't buy that many vehicles and stuff, so I don't have that many wheel variant. I think if you buy lots of Technic sets, then you have a lot more variants of like this type of element. But I don't. Not that I don't appreciate the design or such. It's just that Technic it's not my thing. I kind of prefer minifigures, right? So there's always a preference to get set with Lego system rather than Technic. To be honest, the bike is quite interesting. It's actually really pretty cool bike. Although it's quite big if you put a minifigure, but that's okay. This I still prefer the bike from Shadow. And am I missing a wheel though? It must be somewhere. Oh, it's just right here. That shadow bike that I built recently with Sonic the Hedgehog set. So that is something. I think that is one of the coolest bike because I think the size just right. It's not like, hey, I mean you can build really cool bikes, but because of the limitation of the elements, right? Even though you build it for minifigure, but it looks kind of big. But I think that one was the perfect ratio. To be honest, um, I wish they well. I guess yeah, for it's a good size, but I was thinking, oh, maybe they can use the same scale for something for Captain America, but then I think it's still going to be a little bit too big. So let's see. There's some balloons at the back. Okay, lots of balloons. I think it's some cool colors, but I still prefer that. I already mentioned maybe at some point, but I really prefer the one they introduced in the party series of the collectible minifigures. I think that is much more superior, but because it's one whole full mold rather than bricks, so that probably like create some limitation as well. But we have the bike. I think it's a pretty cool looking bike, and they kind of show you all the sets here. So yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. Oh, they actually got one that with the plane got the launcher. Well, okay, I just realized I've got one set. If I build the parachute, I have the launcher, or no, even the one with the zip line. So I've got 4 of them. We've got the smallest one, but anyway, so this is the other one that I got. We've got the launcher, and yeah, that zip line, the hot dog bun, uh, were the reason that I bought that set. So I might actually do that next. I'm not sure. But if you want to see more Angry Birds sets, right, I do have 2 more. So feel free to leave a comment, and I can work on the schedule. So we've got the bike done and start building the house. And of course, as usual, I wouldn't do any review in this type of video. So I like to keep what started the channel having the same style of reviews. So an in-depth review of this set will be up probably not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Like I might decide to do something else and have the review film later, but we'll see. But it will be coming very soon, so make sure that you stay tuned, you don't miss out the review. Okay, we've got Matilda. So this is, if you have played the game, this is the one that kind of dropped the egg when it fly over. But of course, I haven't watched the movie. I don't know, but the boy have like similar abilities. But these are pretty cool minifigures. Whether you like the movie or the game, of course you much probably people will say, oh, well, it's not really Angry Birds, but hey, it's okay. I always love unique characters. And you might ask, why did I get the trolls? I don't know, the trolls they're just not as interesting, I think. But also, that when they have the trolls and many other set, like even now we've got the Gabby house, right? Is it what's that called? Anyway, um, it's already get to a point where there are too many sets around. So there's a initiative to reduce spending. I think if it has released in similar time as this Angry Birds movie, right, I probably would have get those as well. But yeah, so that the whole reduce spending initiative is not just recently with the mortgage or the cost of living, but way before. It's like, hey, just want to spend less, and also really didn't have the space to have that many things, right? So have to choose. Otherwise, would have my backlog would have been way more bigger, which is gonna be a problem, right? So, but right now, I think even I don't buy any new sets for, let's say, the next 2 years, I will have enough sets to build like every day, and some of the set will take longer than a day to complete. There's no way that I can spend 16 hours a day to build. And some of the set will probably take you like 12 to 14 hours. So there will be a lot, and more than enough for me to not buy anything. Um, I do have plan to probably sell some of the build sets because those are the one that you can't really sell even at the original price. So that would be some candidate to sell off. Um, yeah, uh, those are the one that, hey, not trying to get rid of it, but I will be much more inclined to sell at a price that is cheaper than it's worth. But I think most likely it's still hard because I'm a person that want to keep stuff that I own, right? So it's gonna be quite tough, even though just I don't need it or something like that. But there might be one specific parts that I want to keep, right? So for example, I've got quite a few Avengers Queen Jets. Some looks better, some just Lego plain. But then there were a version with printed Avengers logo. Those are the one that I probably want to keep. But then if I take out that parts, then it will even reduce the value a lot more. Like imagine you bought $140 set, right? Because you take out the minifigure, even just the and it's used, it's not brand new. So people want to sell it at 50, but if you even take some of the more important pieces that you can't easily replace, then I don't like you have to list it at like $20, which is ridiculous. So I mean, you know, it's different if you want to get rid of the thing, but if you just want to, you know, liquidate, get some funds, or whether it's paying your bills or something else, then you don't want it to be like, hey, that low of a price, right? And especially you put on Facebook marketplaces, always people just lowball you with a ridiculous offer. Like I've got not even used it. Recently, I tried to sell one of the double up die-cast car that I've been collecting for since when I was a little boy. So it wasn't intentionally to bought too because it was available on Amazon, but in order to place it, they have like minimum purchase. I was like, the heck, it's not like reseller, right? It's like still sell by Amazon, but anyway, it's not like expensive. It's like only what $4 or something like that, $4 to $5. So place order, and some of the uh, hobby shops kind of import those and sell it brand new, and they sell like 15 New Zealand dollars. So I thought, hey, you know, although it's higher than the price that I purchased, because I still need to pay shipping to ship to me from Japan. So I kind of listed at $10. Okay, and it's way cheaper than all the legit shop, physical shop selling the, the car. And the shameless people just message me and say, can I do 5? Or they say, oh, what's the shipping? And and then they just ghost you. But that's fine. If you decide not buying it, that's okay. But people just lowball you with say $5. It's like there's no way. And I have to explain to them like this is the price. And if they try to import it, it will be even more expensive, right? So $10 was a very reasonable and cheap price. Um, but anyway, eventually I actually sold at the price at least at $10 because they're always genuine people that just want to buy the stuff, and rather than ask you about um, you know where to pick up or try to lowball you, they just come in and just confirm the shipping, and you know after you confirm the shipping and they just pay and deal's done, and I just go ship it out once the payment is received. So that's pretty straightforward stuff, right? There's always genuine people that happy to buy stuff from marketplace, but there are also lots of time waste, I would say. But if you don't lowball, then you might not get a discount, right? I see where they're coming from, but sometimes it's just quite insulting to get offer like that. Because I'm doing this, I don't want the house anymore, and I think it's reasonable to sell at 20, but people might come back and say $5. And if they say 5, that's probably an insult to me. Anyway, I've got a few stickers, but all these stickers are pretty easy to apply because it's just 2x2 tile stickers. So, and then I nearly messed it up. I think I need to figure out how to or I need to figure out a time to do it earlier. But I'm not as tired as yesterday or the day before. Sometimes when I'm really tired, I really struggle to come up with, I guess, a smooth conversation, and even the tone, right? It will be quite stop-start, and basically you can hear my tiredness from the voice. I think sometimes I still kind of try and quite enthusiastic on talking about stuff that happened to me recently, but there would be times where I just drifting off. It's like I need to. It's like the body try to end this sleep mode by itself, so it end up. If you go check some of the video earlier, is that there are a couple of instances where what's that? Wait, I need to figure out the orientation of it. Okay. There are a couple of instances where I was talking one thing and then suddenly I think it just start talking about work stuff, and I'm not even aware of it until the moment that I kind of wake up and realize that, like, what the heck I was talking about. Yeah, sometimes these happen. Okay, there's a drawing. I think it's a drawing by Matilda. Yeah, this is actually pretty simple but cool build. And then it's right here. Okay. There's some interesting element like the paintboard. You don't get this often, though. So there's some nice thing happening with this little set. So far, I'm quite happy with what I'm getting. I think it's quite useful. You can like modify this quite easily to change the purpose or combine with some other sets to build a full house on a layout. And I just dropped a brick and I don't know where it is. Let's see if my leg is long enough. Okay. It's always difficult when you drop a piece onto the floor. But sometimes it's not easy, right? This is what the thing is. Okay, what's next? It looks simple, but like some of the things, I mean, it's still simple compared to like any creator expert set, but it's still kind of like, oh, okay, quite a few things that you need to construct. And this set obviously is still in an era where they don't like you still have more soft plastic flower, so you have to get it out yourself. Just like nowadays, it's all already completely molded with hard plastic. Really, there's nothing much. Okay. Which one do you prefer? I kind of like The new one, I think, but the old one is also pretty good. It's like, hey, I wish Lego will release coins, because they don't. If you have like the Lego pirate sets and any medieval set, they actually have like gold coins. Those are pretty cool. Uh, I think I misplaced a lot. Um, those are, nowadays they just give you the printed one and it's just using yellow bricks, so it doesn't feel rich. It's always nice to get some shiny bricks, right? Oh, yeah, it's really tight. I wonder how Angry Bird can get into the house, because they kind of, well, can I use the word fat? But their body a bit round and wide, so if the entrance is too tight, I'm not sure if you can get into it quite easily. And it's just building some window on the side. What's next? It's still quite fascinating. So even like with this set is say time where you know they already use a lot more small bricks to create some additional details, but still compared to the most recent sets, I already brought this up when I was building rebuilding one of the older set, the Hobbit set. I already mentioned a little bit, but this one is, I think it's slightly newer than the Hobbit one, but yeah, recently even you get a $30 or $40 set, they use a lot more one by one pieces to add way more um, textures to the build. Um, it's it's kind of good for adult like us, um, but maybe it can be frustrating for you know the younger ones with less patience. Uh, but yeah, nowadays modern day set, even a small set has way more details compared to even a few years ago. It's good and bad. The good thing is it looks better, but the con probably it takes longer to build the sets, and yeah. But which one do you prefer? You know, some people prefer the older one, or some people prefer the newer one. And like the one, let's say 2 decades ago, like in the late 80s or 90s, those set tends to be what's that, less details. Even big set, right? It's only like 3 to 500 pieces, so you're not going to get like flagship set like modern day. It's like it used to be like 2-3 thousand pieces or a lot. Now it's like in 5-6 thousand. It's crazy. That's why they're so expensive, right? Uh, but that's why people love those big sets, right? It's just so big, so massive. You think about it, the big set in 90s or 80s, apart from the space monorail in general, the sets are really, as a toy, it's not really like display piece, so it's kind of limited size. Now it's a lot more focused in having a absolute stunning display, right? Hence they go really, really big. Um, yeah, so we now need to build some of the flowers. So yeah, that's why I prefer the newer ones. So I don't have to pull this out, because sometimes you do get, you, unless you get a cutter, sometimes you get uh, that little point on the connection point, which makes it not as smooth. But anyway, let's see. So the yellow one will be on the shorter stem. But this one, I think, is a lot easier to connect to the stem. I think it's a lot more stable as well. There's a new one, although like it's hard plastic, but I find it like kind of pops out quite easily. So we'll see. All right, I think just two flower and then some other vegetation, not vegetable, vegetation outside. And then we just need to continue to build the roof. And I think set is pretty much done. So it's so far looking really nice. I don't mind having it on the desktop to place minifigures. And it's good to build smaller set like this, because then you always build bigger one, and I just don't have the time. And anyway, this only have 3 minifigures, so the next pack won't have any minifigures. So here we are. I do want to build the roller coaster at some point, but I don't have any shelf space, so I need to think about how I can, because I don't want to spend 10 hours doing something and need to put it in the storage or something like that. Sometimes it's not up to me, right? Unless I get more space, which buying Lego set is already difficult. But if you need a bigger space, then it's gonna be even more difficult, because it's very expensive, housing and things. But it is what it is. Just need to enjoy whatever I can for now. But yeah, okay. I don't know what is this though. I think it's the entrance. Oops. Did I do something wrong? Yes, I did. I'm missing one steps. Okay, and this is how it's supposed to be. And the will be okay. So okay, you don't have the launcher, but I think the way that it creates, so you can get Angry Bird jumping off like this. So it's interesting, but I doubt you can make Angry Bird fly any anywhere that is far enough. Okay, so here is just here. Okay, that's quite interesting. It's not really connected to the wall, but I like how it looks. Oops. I guess you can't connect to it, because if you connect to it, then you can't do this action. There's some interesting way to create some decoration as well. Okay, it's yellow. Don't usually see yellow bricks like this, so okay. All right. Okay. Oops. Drop something. Okay. Usually when building small things, I kind of lose concentration. Okay, so just a few bricks to go, then I'm pretty much done on building this. So it's not like complex, but just a few small details just take some time. So, and I do have a little bit of pressure to try to finish it, because again, it's weekend, so I'm responsible for the twins. So they already asleep, but if they kind of wake up, then I have to abandon what I'm doing right now. So we'll see how it goes. Um, so we've got the roof done. I think I wish I bought two, because if you buy two, then you can really create a really nice hut. Um, but well, maybe I have enough parts. I think the beige or color one I have, probably like other set have enough parts, but I don't think I have these two, and I don't think they produce this piece in this color anymore. So it will be a challenge to build the other half of this hut. Um, but well, never mind. Because even though I have this idea, but usually have, I don't take action to actually make it a reality. So it's okay then. Uh, but yeah, I'm quite interested to actually build a full hut. It's gonna look pretty cool. I think, let's say, because Legend of Zelda, uh, is releasing, right? So you could create a similar hut for like one of the village on the seaside. So it kind of remind me of that. Um, but yeah, we'll see. And this is some very interesting color that you won't get in some other sets. So we need to build three of this. This is another thing, right? With unique themes like this, you do get some, even same element, but in a very unique color, which is pretty cool. I just need a sip of water before I continue. And really, like, set this size is actually pretty cool for the evening. It's not going to take you too long, but it has enough detail and fun to keep you engaged. This some of the cool stuff with sets like this. Not not every time you need to have like huge big sets to enjoy Lego building. Sometimes when set that's so big, right, you do get some frustration because it takes so long, or after you're building it, you really don't have you know the space. But yeah, otherwise, in general, the set is pretty cool. Um, I do like it very much. Um, so I think this pretty much it, unless I miss something really. Right, I think the house is done. We're just building a sign or the mailbox. So that what we are building now. Then we have another sticker, which is anger management class. Of course, it's Angry Bird. They need to control that anger. Now I do want to see the movie now. It's funny how they only got the first movie, but then they didn't make any second movie. But hey, sometimes happens. I guess they won't want to do a sets for the second movie, given the sales of these sets ain't good. Although these are not bad sets, so it's just the theme not able to drive the sales. Sometimes even you get the most popular IP, but it might not sell, right? There's a interesting sticker, but I wish they use the yellow tile instead. Now it's on top of a different color, so it feel less natural. It's a pretty fun sign to build. That's how I feel about this sign. Um, oops, doesn't fit. Okay, now it fits. Okay, just a few bricks and pieces left. Um, but yeah, it's always good to build something unique and new. Uh, I mean, if I try to use some technique sets or set that or a theme that I haven't buy before, then I'm probably gonna get the same experience. But I mean, in what I'm referring to is like what's that? The theme that I commonly buy and well, obviously not an angry bird theme, but you know what I mean. And it's pretty cool because you can kind of rotate. And then we've got two sign here. Let's just see what it is. So this one is smile, and the other one is happy. I'm glad that the sticker that hasn't been ruined. Like sometimes I do worry because I don't have humidity controlled storage or temperature controlled storage. There's always the risk of things kind of deteriorate uh, in storage. So that is the thing that I always try to avoid. Anyway, this is actually the arm. To be honest, I feel like this is probably the best part of the set. This is so interesting. Um, oh, oh no. I will just comment, hey, the sticker is on a different color bricks. They actually have the right color. And I applied the sticker on the wrong brick. And this is a mistake that I can't redo. Next time, pay attention to the color of bricks that you picked up. Well, since I can't redo, well, I can redo it, but then the sticker will be ruined. I guess I just have to continue the mistake. And I can't get replacement anymore because the set is retired. Well. It's already happened. And I would just, comment, they should have, the same color bricks. I should have paid more attention to to the bricks I have, and it's such a cool build. And I messed it up. It's such a cool sign, like it can spin and it looks great. Uh, yep, and you can spin the Angry Birds. But anyway, I've got the set completed, and yeah, that's pretty much for the night. And I'll do the in-depth review. This is how the set looks. It's got a great bike, although it's quite big, but I think it's fine in terms of the scale of characters here. And just place the bike pick riding its bike, and I'll have Angry Bird standing somewhere, but because of ah, it's pretty hard to get Angry Bird somewhere. So where's the egg supposed to go? So the egg can go on top of the trees. Yep. Let me just do this. Because I need to have it somewhere. Okay, I'll just do this. Anyway, so this is what's this? The Bird Island 8 Heist. I think it's a pretty cool set and can't wait to do the in-depth review. Unfortunately, I made a catastrophic mistake in terms of applying the wrong sticker to the wrong color bricks, but that's it for tonight. And I'm gonna, you know, go to bed and let's see if I can do the review tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be coming very soon. So stay tuned. And that's it for tonight.